So it's actually very interesting that turning off your iPhone has way more positive effects than you may even realize. Now, I will tell you, if you are currently using your iPhone or anything like that, then obviously keep it on, it doesn't really matter. But there are still tons of different situations where turning off your iPhone can actually give you a better experience for the longevity and the health of your specific device. Now, when you buy an iPhone, right, if you're planning on keeping it for a year or 2 years, typically you probably it doesn't really matter too much. Like even if the battery health degrades like 20% like my 12 Pro did, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. But if you buy an iPhone and you want to make it last as long as possible, there are tons of different advantages and improvements that you can have with your iPhone if you just turn it off. So the first thing being, in my opinion, is the battery health. Now, you might be wondering how the battery health can actually be affected with your phone being on like that. Well, sometimes what happens is if your iPhone, like how I leave a lot of my iPhones in the sunlight and just being directly just hitting the sunlight all day, well, what ends up happening is sometimes your iPhone, if the battery health, well, what sometimes can happen is your iPhone can automatically overheat. So it's going to overheat regardless. But I've noticed that sometimes if my iPhone is on versus my iPhone is dead, it doesn't seem to be overheating as much as it would be if it was turned off. So that was another very interesting thing. But another crazy thing that actually stood out to me was that your iPhone, if your iPhone is fully turned off, can actually charge a lot faster as well. So if you're actually going through and you're actually wanting to charge up your phone and you want to charge it up as fast as possible, well, what's crazy is if you're already using a fast charger, what you can actually do is actually turn off your iPhone completely. So what you can do is just turn your iPhone off just like this. What you can do is when your iPhone is charged up, you can actually get it charged up faster than if you actually went ahead and just were using it while you were charging it. So that's another really big advantage of turning off your iPhone. Now, obviously, you should probably keep your iPhone on as long as possible, but that's another really cool thing that kind of stood out to me. Now, on top of that, if you're planning on traveling somewhere, if you're going through and you're going long distances, you're planning on going to a different country, and you don't plan on being on your phone, maybe you're using your different devices or whatever the case is, well, another big advantage of turning off your iPhone is that it does save your battery, but also it stops your iPhone from randomly turning on the display all of the time. Now, this may seem like a random, thing that everybody knows about, but from a lot of tutorials that I've made on my second channel, a lot of people don't really realize that when they're using their iPhone or if their iPhone is just in their pocket, the display can randomly turn on all of the time. And because of that, you might be in another situation where your iPhone display will start getting a little bit of burn-in. Now, burn-in essentially happens when your display turns on and it just stays on one display for years and years or months and months. And I don't really have it on any iPhone. My other iPhone 10 actually has quite a ton of burn-in. It's crazy. But I've owned a lot of iPhones that experience burn-in all the time. So in my opinion, if you want an iPhone that's going to last quite a bit of time, probably turning off your iPhone is another thing you can do to kind of lengthen the life of that specific device. So that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.